India needs two things, and it's in this order. India needs its Sydney Sweeney. They need the hottest chick ever. Like, I mean, smoking hot. And she needs to be an OnlyFans superstar, and she needs to be in India, reside in India, and all of that. Like an Amaranth level superstar. Second is a dude like a Kai Cenat or an Aiden Ross, a Train, somebody like that who's screaming, who has cool presence. Carrie Minotti could fall into this, or people like a Carrie Minotti are a really good indicator of this. But they're huge by but they need to be like Mr. Beast huge. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to be Mr. Worldwide. Yaps. It's in the name. Oh, this is funny to me. The inevitable ascent. Why the West is secretly terrified of India's rise in 2025. We got policy versus reality. I can let you know, I'm not really too scared of India's rise.
India, once
If anything,
a
I'm
sleeping
looking forward
giant,
to it.
now stands tall. Its rise is no longer a distant prospect. It is a present reality. This transformation is reshaping economies. It is redrawing geopolitical maps. The West, accustomed to its long-held dominance, feels a tremor. A new power has truly arrived on the world stage. This is not just another emerging market story. This is the story of a civilizational state reclaiming its global influence with unprecedented speed and scale.
Yeah, but can't you formulate that to a rising economy? Because that kind of goes hand in hand, does it not?
Economic reforms, though gradual, laid a foundation. Democratic roots, however tested, provided resilience. Now, a confluence of factors has ignited India's ascent. Technological prowess is a key driver. A young, ambitious population fuels its engine. Assertive diplomacy carves out its new role. The sheer scale of India's ambition is breathtaking.
It is. And some of the stuff, like some of the rivers that have been cleaned up, developments that have been made, looks very promising for India and its people.
It is an ambition matched by a growing capability, a combination the world must now reckon with. This emergence is not without its complexities. India navigates a path fraught with internal challenges. It also faces external
Internal challenges are going to be the lack of infrastructure. Even though some areas are getting developed, there's still large, I would say a majority of India that is not developed into the sense of it looking like a modern developed country. But that could be said of any country. India is just on the rising cusp of it. So once the infrastructure gets laid out, like these cracks in this flag where all of the infrastructure can be laid out and communication through villages gets better. The second one is going to be social. The social aspect of India with learning. You guys are picking up what I'm putting down. Cleanliness, transportation, interactions. You're picking up what I'm putting down. External features. Ironically enough, I think right here is a good indicator of what is an external issue for India.
Skepticism, yet its trajectory seems undeniable. The nation's confidence is palpable. The global balance of power is inherently shifting. The question is no longer if India will rise, but how the world will adjust.
That's fair. That's fair.
Bengaluru is no longer just India's Silicon Valley. It is a global epicenter of technological innovation.
Friendship.
By 2025, it rivals any tech hub worldwide. The city hums with a relentless energy. Startups mushroom, fueled by venture capital and local talent. Giants of the global tech industry have massive operations here. But the real story is the indigenous innovation. Indian engineers are not just coding for the world, they are creating for the world. This
not even just coding, pharmaceutical hub of the world. Like, what's more, I dog, and I have some good amigos over in India for sure, and we can dog on each other because it's mutual respect. But at the end of the day, I have a ton of respect for India, and it's what's more, it's development. You go back, look at ancient times too, with how advanced India's kind of always been, creating math, arithmetic, having different beautiful mosaic patterns. Like,
transformation is at the heart of India's new economic
they've been on something for a while.
The advancements are stunning.
And they've never really invaded. They've only just had to fight off invaders, which is kind of
India's
unique.
Foreign policy in 2025
Especially
is marked
when you
by
look
a
at,
confident
like,
pragmatism.
Roman culture,
the old label of non-alignment
British
has evolved.
culture.
It is now multi-alignment. India engages with diverse partners. It builds strategic relationships across geopolitical divides. It refuses to be drawn into zero-sum games. This approach maximizes India's options. It enhances its influence on the global stage. New Delhi is no longer a passive observer, it is an active shaper of international discourse. Its voice is heard and increasingly heeded. Consider
That's the land of the Wild Wild East.
India's stance during recent global conflicts. It has consistently advocated for dialogue. It has prioritized its national interests. It has maintained open channels with all major powers. This balanced approach has sometimes frustrated Western capitals, yet it has also made India an indispensable interlocutor. In a fractured world, India often emerges as a bridge. Its diplomatic corps is skilled. Its leadership is assertive. They navigate the complex global
I'm so.
world. India often emerges as a bridge. Its diplomatic corps is skilled.
Why are her tits all the way down here? Shouldn't they be like right here? What is going on with this? I'm sorry, that distracted me.
Its leadership is assertive. They navigate the complex global chessboard with increasing finesse.
What?
Strategic partnerships are
She
flourishing.
looks like a young
The
lady, but
Quad,
got grandma
comprising
boobs.
India, the US, Japan, and Australia, is a key pillar. It addresses security and economic challenges in the Indo-Pacific. This diplomatic assertiveness is backed by growing economic and military clout. A significant aspect of India's rise is its determined effort to reduce dependency on the US dollar. By 2025, this is a clear strategic priority. India is actively promoting the use of the Indian rupee in international trade. Bilateral agreements are being signed with multiple countries. These allow for trade settlement in national currencies. This move is not just symbolic. It aims to insulate the Indian economy from dollar volatility. It seeks to reduce transaction costs for Indian businesses. The initial focus is on trade with energy suppliers and neighboring countries. Russia has become a key partner in rupee-denominated trade, especially for oil. Other nations in Asia, Africa, and Latin America are showing interest. This shift, though gradual, has systemic implications. It challenges the dollar's long-standing hegemony in global trade. The rupee's journey is just beginning, but its direction is clear. Section 5. From Buyer to Builder. India's Military Metamorphosis. India's military posture in 2025 is remarkably different. For decades, it was one of the world's largest arms importers. Now, it is rapidly transforming into a significant indigenous defense manufacturer. The Make in India initiative has gained serious traction in the defense sector.
Warhammer?
This shift is driven by
recognize that from a
strategic
game.
imperatives. It aims to reduce dependence on foreign suppliers. It seeks to bolster national security and project power. The results are increasingly visible. Indigenous platforms are rolling out. The Tejas light combat aircraft is a prime example. It is being inducted in greater numbers into the Indian Air Force. There is also growing export interest. Naval advancements are equally impressive. The commissioning of new aircraft carriers like INS Vikrant showcases India's
We watched
blue water
about this
Navy
yesterday.
ambitions.
Yeah.
Submarines, destroyers, and frigates are being designed and built domestically. The Army is modernizing its artillery, armor, and infantry systems with Indian-made equipment. This is a sea change. This military evolution has a dual impact. Firstly, it strengthens India's defense capabilities significantly. Secondly, India is emerging as a defense exporter.
I didn't even think about that.
Section 6. The Youthful Colossus, a Demographic Destiny.
That's a
India's
huge way to
greatest
earn
asset
revenue.
in
It's
2025
crazy to
is
think
its
about
people,
selling weapons.
specifically its young population. With more than half its citizens under the age of 25, India possesses an unparalleled demographic.
This was my biggest thing for India. It was such a young population, and it's at the right population, where at the right age, excuse me, to where everyone is so motivated, and the patriotism for those who live in India are so prideful for India, and for good reason. I'm just saying, they're at the right age too, where they're starting to come in to get jobs where they can actually dictate the environment around them, have disposable income to maybe work on side projects that ultimately become, the main thing, creating their own life. Like, they have the opportunity to now really change the environment and change the direction, and kind of go up to the right on a graph, per se, if you would, for India. And that's what I think is its young population. You guys watching this video, I think, is India's biggest strength.
Demographic dividend. This youthquake is a powerful engine for growth and innovation. Young Indians are ambitious, tech-savvy, and globally connected. They are driving change across all sectors of the
That
economy.
global connection, I
Their
think
energy
that
is
for this
transforming the
population
nation
across the
from
world,
within.
there's
This
going to be
human
this new
capital is the
culture
bedrock
that is
of
developed
India's
by
unstoppable
being online,
momentum.
and I
This
think it's going to
youthful
make us better
dynamism
humans.
fuels a vibrant startup
Maybe
culture.
more trolly
Young
in the way we
entrepreneurs are
speak,
tackling
but
complex problems with innovative solutions. They are
I
not
think we're
afraid
going
to
to be
take
way
risks.
more
They are
cooperative.
creating jobs and wealth. Educational institutions are striving to equip this generation with relevant skills. The focus is increasingly on critical thinking, creativity, and digital literacy. The sheer number of young minds entering the workforce each year is staggering. If harnessed effectively, this demographic
If I have a
advantage
kid,
can
those are going
propel
to be the
India
three
for
things that I
decades to come.
want them to
This
focus on:
demographic
critical
profile
thinking,
also contributes to a
online
rising
skills,
sense of nationalism.
and literacy.
Section 7. Beyond Bollywood, India's cultural imprint. India's cultural influence in 2025 extends far beyond the vibrant scenes of Bollywood. While Indian cinema continues
India needs two things, and it's in this order. India needs its Sydney Sweeney. They need the hottest chick ever. Like, I mean, smoking hot. And she needs to be an OnlyFans superstar, and she needs to be in India, reside in India, and all of that. Like an Amaranth level superstar. Second is a dude like a Kai Cenat or an Aiden Ross, a Train, somebody like that who's screaming, who has cool presence. Carrie Minotti could fall into this, or people like a Carrie Minotti are a really good indicator of this. But they're huge by no, but they need to be like Mr. Beast huge. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to be Mr. Worldwide.
continues its global march,
Then
captivating
that's
audiences
going to be game
worldwide.
changing.
The nation's
It's crazy to
soft
say,
power
but
is now
true.
a much broader phenomenon. From the serene practices of yoga and meditation to the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda, Indian culture is permeating global lifestyles. This cultural export is
I
organic.
can't imagine bending
It
that
is driven
much.
by a genuine global interest in India's rich heritage and diverse traditions. It is a powerful, subtle force. Yoga studios are ubiquitous in Western cities. Ayurvedic wellness centers are gaining popularity. Indian cuisine, with its complex flavors and regional diversity, is celebrated globally. Indian literature, art, and music are finding new international audiences. This
Absolutely.
cultural diffusion is facilitated by the Indian diaspora. It is also
Mama man.
amplified by digital platforms.
Bloody
The
wood.
world is discovering or rediscovering the depth and appeal
Little
of
Krishna.
Indian thought and aesthetics. This is soft power at its most effective.
I mean,
Section
this is
8.
true.
The Unbalanced World, Navigating India's New Power. By 2025, India's strategic
Wait a minute.
geographic position has become a geopolitical jackpot. It sits astride critical sea lanes in the Indian Ocean. India's growing naval capabilities give it significant leverage. This control over vital trade routes underpins its global importance. As powers like the US, Japan, and Australia seek a free Indo-Pacific, India's role is indispensable. New Delhi is shaping the strategic calculus of major global players. A truly multipolar world is emerging, and India is a primary pole.
Wow, that was a abrupt ending. In video AI. Oh, so you're telling me this video is made with AI? You don't say. But let me know. Are you guys agree with this video? Are you picking up what it's putting down? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Let me know down below. And as you can see, the sun is coming up in this dark room, and I want you to be that for somebody today. I want you to make somebody laugh, put a smile on someone's face, be the light in someone's life, and cast a light in their shadow-filled room, and make it bright and seen, and make it full of ha-has and funniness, because we know there's enough craziness going on in the world. I mean, hell, if you're in India, your neighbor, Pakistan, kind of crazy, so I get it. So try to make somebody laugh today. And with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.